Walking into a luxury boutique and slapping down £10,000 for a stainless steel Rolex Submariner or Datejust might feel like the ultimate badge of status and success. You work 40 grueling hours a week, climb the corporate ladder, and tell yourself that strapping a world-famous luxury timekeeper to your wrist is a well-deserved reward for years of relentless hustle. But if you calculate the price of that luxury item using the nominal sticker price on the swing tag instead of the actual hours of human labor required to buy it, you are falling for a massive psychological illusion. The real cost of luxury is never measured in pounds, it is measured in the unrecoverable days, months, and years of your life you had to trade to earn it. When you run the cold, unvarnished mathematical breakdown on what a luxury watch actually costs the average British worker in 2026, the numbers are deeply shocking. Let us look at the raw mathematical reality right now. The median UK full-time gross salary in 2026 sits at approximately £40,000 a year. Assuming a standard 40-hour workweek across 52 weeks, your gross wage appears to be £19.23 per hour. When most people look at a £10,000 Rolex, they perform quick, lazy math in their heads. They divide £10,000 by £19.23 and conclude that the watch costs roughly 520 hours of work, or about 13 weeks at the office. And this is where most people get caught out. That calculation is a total delusion because you never, ever get to spend your gross hourly wage. Before a single penny touches your current account, HMRC steps in to take income tax, national insurance, auto-enrollment pension contributions, and student loan repayments. On a £40,000 UK salary, your actual net take-home pay drops to roughly £31,000 a year. That slashes your real take-home hourly rate down from £19 to just £14.90 per hour. Look at what that does to the math. To pay £10,000 in pure net post-tax cash for a luxury watch, you do not work 520 hours. You have to work 671 hours. That is over 16 full 40-hour work weeks. Nearly 4 solid months of your life spent laboring purely for the taxman and the watchmaker. But it gets significantly worse when you factor in your baseline cost of survival. You cannot spend your entire net paycheck on luxury items because you have non-negotiable living expenses. Rent or mortgage repayments, council tax, energy bills, groceries and transport. Across the UK, essential survival expenses consume an average of £20,000 a year out of a £31,000 net wage. That leaves the average worker with a real disposable surplus of just £11,000 per year, or roughly £5.28 of true surplus capital for every hour spent at work. Look at this terrifying reality. When you measure a £10,000 Rolex against your actual disposable hourly surplus of £5.28, the watch does not cost 600 hours. It costs a staggering 1,894 hours of uncommitted human labor. That is practically a full working year. Almost 2,000 hours of your life, dedicated entirely to putting a piece of Swiss steel on your wrist. So what happens if you take that exact same £10,000 of capital and deploy it into a compounding wealth engine instead of a luxury consumer asset? Pillar number 1 is understanding the multi-decade opportunity cost of luxury spending. When you buy a £10,000 watch, that capital is frozen. Even if a luxury watch holds some secondary market value, it generates zero cash flow, pays zero dividends, and creates zero compounding growth. Look at this exact math. If you redirect that £10,000 into a low-cost global equity index fund inside a tax-shielded ICER wrapper compounding at an historical average 8% annual return, your money goes to work 24 hours a day, buying ownership shares in thousands of global corporations. After 10 years, that £10,000 grows into over £21,500. By year 20, your single £10,000 allocation accelerates to over £46,600. And over a 30-year timeline, that single purchase you skip transforms into over £100,000 of pure, tax-free liquid wealth. And this is where the trade-off becomes crystal clear. You are not choosing between buying a watch or not buying a watch. You are choosing between wearing 1,894 hours of your life on your wrist today, or buying total financial freedom and a 6-figure tax-free fortune for your future self. Look at this exact blueprint. To master the psychological relationship between time and luxury starting today, follow this strict 4-step rule. Step 1. Calculate your real net surplus hourly rate by taking your net annual take-home pay, subtracting your annual survival costs, and dividing the remainder by 2,080 working hours. Step 2. Whenever you are tempted by a luxury purchase, Divide the price tag by your real net surplus hourly rate to calculate the exact hours of life it costs you. Step 3. Enforce a strict 30-day cooling-off period on any luxury purchase exceeding 50 hours of labor. Step 4. Take the cash you saved, route it straight into broad global index funds inside a tax-shielded ICER wrapper, and let compound math buy back your personal freedom brick by brick. True luxury is not wearing an expensive timepiece to impress strangers on the train. True luxury is owning your time, controlling your schedule, and building unbreakable financial independence. The Money Mad community is building real, unbreakable wealth every single day, brick by brick. Stay smart and be money mad.